Daily. Love, 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 this is your daily reminder that you are wonderful and appreciated. Love, love, love. Harrow? Guess who forgot to change all info? Guess who forgot to get in the call? LUL. Woo Group Podcast. My 3 favorite streamers. Yup, it's a weekly thing now. Daily. Love, clammy games, this is daily reminder that you are wonderful and appreciated. Love. Love, this is your daily reminder that you are wonderful and appreciated. Love.
Surprise. I am very not ready for everything. But who cares, right? Who cares? Let me perhaps do this. Because I don't have anything else to offer to you, so.
I rated your friend Fox the other day 3.
Yep.
I like
How
their
was
vibe.
there? Hi, Clammy, welcome in. And hi, Bunkto, too, if you're here. Hope y'all days are going great, and yeah, I kinda forgot to update all info, so that was messed up. But yeah, podcast time, hey.
Yeah, it does. What I have in mind sounds, at least in my mind, it sounds quite clickbaity and all that. But I think it's gonna be fun. Oh my god, we all unmuted. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just talking, and then suddenly everyone's unmuted.
Yeah, we've got to find like a way to communicate with each other when we're ready.
We really should. Yeah. What are we doing today?
Talking.
Tack.
About hobbies.
Hobbies. What are those?
Hobbies.
We need definitions.
Oh,
shoot. Google quick.
define hobbies.
I don't actually know the definition of hobby. Like, we all know what it is, but what is the actual
Mhm.
definition?
An
No
activity
clue.
done regularly in one's leisure time or pleasure.
Oh, there you go. There you
Also,
go.
a small horse. Info is a gem.
The more you know. The more you know.
I have so many hobbies.
Um,
Laughing face.
hobbies. There is a thing that we have set up, and that is a question. The question
Yay.
today is: have hobbies
If you guys
helped
ever
you in
need a
any
forward
way?
slide into
And
my
if
DLS
so,
in advance, and it'll take
how?
time for you guys. Smiley face.
I've got a big answer for this one.
Ooh. Well, I suppose I can start then. So I wouldn't say I have examples of how hobbies have helped me significantly, but I guess I can do art, and that helps me with the channel, obviously, because most of like banners, screens, emotes, etc. is done by me. Then I don't know if gaming has helped me much with anything. Like haven't
At
measured
Clammy Games,
that.
heck yet. We thought about guests too.
What else? I had something else in mind, but did I forget? Perhaps. Then oh yeah, streaming. I suppose streaming helped me find many communities, so that's good. And I have a lot of friends now.
No,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah. I've well, what you can hear right now is a direct result of one of my hobbies, which is gaming. When I was younger, I wanted to play games like my uncle, because when my uncle played games, I used to sit in his room and just watch him play. I was just watching a let's play, but it was in person. It was quite cool back in the day, and most of the games that he was playing were in English. And when he was away, he would usually let me play his games. But again, those games were in English, so I was kind of forced into learning the language. And here I am now. So yes, that's quite a big thing that came from my hobbies. English language.
I guess for me it's a little different. Uh, for most of my hobbies, it involves my hands. Uh, whether that be instruments or cardistry, which we'll be discussing a little later. But more than anything, the dexterity in my hands has improved quite a bit from both learning an instrument and just mechanically finding things that my hand can't normally do and forcing myself to be able to do that. So yeah, more mobility in my hands is always great.
Dexterity, I suppose, would be the word.
Yes, dexterity.
Nice. Yes. That's something I was actually going to talk about today. I can actually start if you don't
Nice.
mind, unless we have answers from chat. Which I think Clammy wanted to say something.
Mhm.
But I can. I suppose I can start because I can start with a question, another one, which is: do you think it's important to be good at your hobbies, at the hobbies that you have?
Not really.
Define good.
Proficient.
Hate
Like,
hate to say it, but like, oh man, proficiency can be different because I think it's happened in several different kinds of hobbies where the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know much.
that's everywhere.
That's everywhere. So,
Yeah.
like, what is considered proficient?
Well, just generally, is it important to strive to get better and better and better at your hobbies?
Hmm.
Is that an important fact of having important part of having a hobby?
I don't believe so. as long as you enjoy it.
Yeah, I did ask a few people that, and I asked myself as well. And you know what? You're right. It's not really important to be good at the hobbies that you're at. But I'm here today to argue that it is extremely beneficial for you to be good at your hobbies. And also, in certain situations, it can be even life changing to be good at your hobbies. So, with that bit of a controversial take, let me go into why I think that is. There's two big reasons why I think that is. Firstly, I did have a little look at Google regarding what hobbies can give you, and hobbies can make you more employable because of the skills you learn while doing those hobbies. So transferable skills will be the first main point to my TED talk. So let's say you have a hobby that involves other people. Let's say you go into the gym and then you meet other people and you do things together, or perhaps even you play a team sport. First of all, you improve your physical health, which is obviously a benefit, but you don't need to be good at the sport to do that. However, if you actually get into the competitive side of, let's say, a team sport like football, then not only do you improve your physical health, but also improve your tactics, like thinking tactically, your social skills, your ability to cope with stress, etc., etc. A few hobbies that I did Google that. Obviously, Google is a beautiful thing that came up with skills that are very beneficial for your career and yourself, where things like playing an instrument, singing, blogging, or writing, sports, photography. So a lot of very, I suppose, basic hobbies, more common hobbies. They teach you very, very good skills. Do you have any hobbies that teach you skills? And what skills would they be?
I mean, doing certain hobbies requires skills, so perhaps you improve when you're, doing them, etc.
Mhm.
But what do you mean by teaching you some skills?
So you do art, right?
Yeah,
And you enjoy that, and the more you do it, the better you become at it, right?
yeah.
The improvement itself, I suppose, isn't the goal of it. The goal of it is the joy of it. But the more skilled you are at it, the more applications you can have for it. So we've got a friendly streamer called Purple J, and she does art commissions. She didn't used to do art commissions; used to be her hobby, and now it's her career. Do you see what I'm saying?
Not really. Like, what do you mean by learning? Like, hobbies teaching you something, right?
So her hobby was art.
Because, uh,
Yeah,
like, I do learn stuff when I'm doing some other hobbies.
yeah.
But
And the
does that
skills,
count as hobby teaching me something?
well, let me
If it's like
rephrase.
the
You
point
you
of it?
learn some skills. You learn some skills while doing your hobbies.
So it's
Yes.
like all of them?
What do you mean all of them?
I mean, which hobbies don't teach you anything?
That's the point. That's the point.
Oh,
Um, basically, anything you do teaches you something, right? And hobbies are especially powerful because you do them because you like them, because you like doing them. So you're more likely to learn more within that sphere. And then you can transition those same skills into different areas of your life. For example, because I have it here, I don't know if you two are watching the stream or not, but I have here a lovely pot, which was made by my mother, I'm pretty sure, or my dad, whichever. They do a thing called decoupage. Have you heard of that?
Hmm? I think, but I'm not sure I remember what it is.
Chateau, do you know what decoupage is?
I don't know what the word means, but in relation to pots, uh, isn't there a thing where you repair broken, let's say, broken things with gold lining? I don't know how to explain it with like, yeah,
Well,
that.
repairing and restoring old furniture and all that is a part of it, yes. But nowadays, what it mostly comes down to is taking, well, my parents take napkins, but it doesn't need to be napkins, with like nice patterns on them, and then they put them on top of something else to decorate it, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and also they use a bunch of other things to make it look more, as they call it, vintage, old-fashioned, and all that, nice and rustic.
Mm.
So it used to be their hobby when they were a bit younger than they are now, and then when they came to UK, they had an idea to perhaps start selling them, because UK has a lot of those little town markets, and you can buy a stall there and you can sell stuff there. And they made a bunch of these pots and other things using their decoupage techniques, and they started selling them. And they've had that business for about 3 years. And is just one example of a hobby being transferable to a career, a business. So it's not important to be good at it, but it could be beneficial to be good at your hobbies, because it can become your career at some point. Or like we are here on Twitch, right? This is our hobby. I'd say Twitch is my hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
I can say that, well, I can't really say that. But I can assume that most people that started Twitch also treated it as their hobby at some point. And a lot of those people are now very successful big streamers. It's a hobby that got transitioned into a career. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Skills.
So
So
I don't know how deep this is, but I started
one
twitching as a
thing
recovery
that's
tool after my grandparents passed.
was very interesting while researching this is
It's
that
my coping mechanism. I can talk
a
about
lot
this topic all
of
day. Laugh in
websites
face.
have dedicated pages to how hobbies can help your career and all that. Not just being transferred into a career, but what skills you learn in hobbies that can boost your career. And gaming and video games have been cited quite a lot on those websites. And I can definitely agree with that, because let me quote this website. The website is called Grab Jobs. So it's a job seeking sort of job help website, and it cites video games as a hobby that can help your employability. And this is what they say about it. In a tech-first world, the ability to play both creative and competitive games can help with a variety of important skills. This starts with obvious items like hand-eye coordination, but it goes much further. Playing games naturally develops skills like critical thinking, strategic planning, and problem solving. It also often puts you in situations where you must exercise social skills and collaboration. Which is basically what I got from games. Have you ever played MMORPGs before, like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV?
I have
I
not.
think career plans it
I
can
also
be very
haven't.
difficult and needs a lot of
Yeah,
commitment.
yeah,
I don't strain
that's
for
fair.
career prospects. It's my
So
hobby. Smiley face.
most of characters at like the highest level to
If it
defeat
is
the
ever a career
highest level
opportunity,
bosses and
I might take it.
etc. They have
But it's
to
not my goal if that makes
um,
sense. Smiley face.
execute their what's called rotation quite well while doing the mechanics of the boss as well. Rotation just means getting their abilities in the right order to maximize their damage or maximize their healing output, minimize the damage taken, etc. And planning out those rotations really helps you out with problem solving. Like, it's obvious that you need to get something that boosts your attack first before you do the attacking ability, etc., etc. But doing it over and over again, many times, really does start to take root in your brain. And then when you go out in the real world and you start doing things, you start following the same sort of logic, and you are well versed in that logic already. So you can be more efficient with your actual tasks in the real world. Can you relate, or am I just going off?
Oh yeah, I'm sure some hobbies do teach you skills that can be generally transferred. For example, for me, it was chess for sure. Since I play a lot of blitz. It's specifically in chess, since it requires pattern memorization. When you combine that with a time restriction, it forces you to make
At Clammy Games, yup.
good
I get that.
decisions under a certain amount of time. And the more you improve, the more it requires that you make more accurate decisions in less amount of time so that you can spend more time later on more important decisions. So time management, it has been a big thing for me, and making, I guess, decent decisions in a short amount of time.
Yep. That's huge.
But it is huge, but I haven't seen that particular skill in use too much. One I have seen more use in is just the patience that you need for chess.
That's still huge.
Yeah,
That's still
it do be
huge.
huge.
Have you got anything to say, Shadow?
No.
No. Yeah, so to summarize, it is not really important to be good at your hobby. However, if you are good at your hobby, that can teach you a lot of skills, or your hobbies can teach you, or you can gain skills while researching your hobby that can transfer onto other areas of your life, whether that be patience, time management, organizational skills, anything, social skills, anything like that, that can be huge for your life in general. But also, hobbies can turn into a career, which is what my parents did, which is what many Twitch streamers did, and more. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Nice.
So what do we have next?
So, do I go or do you want to continue, Chateau?
I guess I'll continue. So in relation to Max's subject about uh, hobbies that allow you to use your skills outside of the hobbies themselves, and hobbies that can teach you skills, I wanted to talk about hobbies that can build your creativity or hobbies that are just used as a creative outlet. And to distinguish them, I wanted to use art more than anything because I'm not an art person. I don't often practice art. But from what I've seen, when it comes to art, over time, you are getting better, obviously. And as you become more proficient with your tools and the programs you're using, you're able to create more things based off your imagination. So once you have your foundation down, you can start creating whatever you want. And that's how you're able to build your creativity off of arts. And a big thing, at least for me and my hobbies, is I play quite a few card games. And the reason I play those card games is because I enjoy the deck building aspect of those games. Because each card game has a set amount of cards, let's say 500, 2,000 something. And you have that restriction to work with, and you can build whatever you want from that catalog of cards. So I would consider that a creative outlet for me, but it doesn't really build my creativity in any way, or at least I wouldn't think so. So what do you guys think? Is there a big difference between hobbies that can improve on your creativity and then some hobbies that just up your creativity?
I did say to you earlier that I'm
Mhm.
unsure if I understand the difference between increasing creativity and having a creative outlet. Because I feel like those two are intertwined.
Well, like I said, for me, with deck building, it is purely a creative outlet because I am using my creativity to build those decks, but my creativity is not improving in any way. But with,
How so?
I mean, I cannot. How do I explain it? I cannot move outside of the boundaries that the game has for me. I only have so much to work with. But with art, once you are comfortable enough with your tools, you can do whatever you want. You can break rules. You can use your creativity and improve on your creativity.
Boundaries are good, actually, when it comes to art.
Hmm.
And
I guess
any
it does create
artist
a
will tell you
challenge.
that. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be talking because I personally am not an art person, but I have heard people say that boundaries are really good for their creativity. That if they have too many choices, they just get lost in them. But when they have a specific sort of set of rules, they excel.
What do you think, Shadow? You're the art person here.
So, if we're talking about whether boundaries are good for you or not, I suppose if you want to get on like a high professional level, then perhaps they are generally. Because like if you're a person you'd rather invest all your skills, not all your skills, like all your time and effort into perfecting perhaps your skill and developing it rather than just, I don't know, spreading your effort into many different categories, right? Though at the same time, perhaps you should be exploring outside what you usually do, obviously, to improve or perhaps bring something new to what you do. Yeah.
Right. So I think boundaries in art are what I guess would improve your creativity because if you worked with boundaries before and you decide you're going to go outside those boundaries, that can be seen as improving your creativity since you're moving away from your comfort zone.
Ah, is that what you mean then? By improving one's creativity?
I
Just
guess so.
just
Because with
expanding the comfort zone.
with card games you only have so much to work with, and even if you build something weird that somehow works, that you came up with that somehow works, like it's still within the boundaries. So you're not really like going outside the box.
I think I understand it more then. I think I understand you more now. Yes. So deck building does not increase your comfort zone because there isn't anywhere to expand to, whereas art does have spaces to expand to. Therefore, it does increase your creativity.
Yeah. So there are boundaries and rules, but you are almost encouraged to break those rules.
I see. I see.
Mm.
Shadow, you wanted to say something? I saw it.
Really?
I see everything.
Uh, I don't know. On the other hand, would, in this case, the creativity and their comfort zone expansion in one area help you in others? In this case,
Oh, very good question.
Well, I believe that goes back to the skills thing with Max. Because again,
Transferable
with art,
skills.
yeah, if you were to go outside your comfort zone and find like a niche thing that you're doing, you could make that your career. You could make that your signature thing. And the same goes for musical instruments. You know, if you like find an unconventional way of making music, but you're very comfortable with the instrument itself, so you can just create whatever you want. Uh, that can be seen as a way of expanding your creativity, and it
How
can
does it?
be a
How
career
does it
eventually.
help you deck build though?
It wouldn't help with deck building.
I think that's what Shadow was asking. Oh, am I wrong?
yeah. So, like, if you, in this case, I suppose we have questions to what exactly creativity is, right? Because
Yes.
if
Ooh.
we say that creativity is like kind of your skill to see something new and something what's, out of sight usually, so like new, unusual solutions, then does, for example, being more creative in art help you to improve your creativity in like several areas and just in general?
I believe so. Like, if you make it a habit of understanding the boundaries and making it a point to work a little bit outside those boundaries, anytime you're giving a set of rules, you will also try to maybe push those boundaries and see like if you can do stuff outside of that.
I agree with that. Yeah. Is the mindset that's the same?
Yeah.
Oh, there was a cat.
Yeah, there is a cat indeed on here.
I've got a definition of creativity if you want.
Ooh.
Nice. Yes, please.
Creativity, the use of imagination or original ideas to create something. Inventiveness.
Inventiveness.
That's what creativity is, apparently, according to the Oxford Dictionary. Yeah, the mindset you acquire while expanding your comfort zone, while expanding your creativity, does get transferred to other areas. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about as well.
Yeah, so I guess I just didn't elaborate on it quite right. Because with deck building, it's not much work on your creativity. You just have like these amount of cards. You can only use this many because they're quote unquote good. And so even if there's a huge number, only a certain amount are actually worth considering. So it's an even smaller set of things you can use. So you're not
Well,
really improving your creativity.
it depends how spicy you want to be.
Is that what they call it nowadays? Spicy?
Yeah, spicy deck building. Let's go.
Uh-huh. They're called jank where I come from.
Yes, it is. It is. No, yeah. I
Oh,
suppose spicy tech is what's the term that people
yeah,
use. Yeah, janky.
janky. Shadow has no idea what we're talking about.
Nope. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Is that a card game reference?
Oh, we got a card game reference. Let's go. It is a
Y-
hobby that we have.
You didn't do the counter, did you?
Well, I didn't know.
Oh.
No.
So, is that all for your topic, Chateau?
Yes, it is.
Oh no. I gotta talk now. Oof.
Tuck-in moment.
So, I suppose I didn't even have a lot of ideas when it comes to what to talk about, like for my section of our whole podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose. I suppose I actually have perhaps two smaller ones, right? Which we can talk about topics. So, first idea that came to my mind was hobbies of the future, right? So, what hobbies will be due in like several years or perhaps even more? I thought there'd actually be more articles on this, as when I looked at it, uh, there are like most of the searches point to like one article written in 2009. Yeah, then I actually found another one which did bring up some other. Well, it wasn't necessarily about hobbies. I believe it's called like in how will we have fun in the future. So
Right,
perhaps
entertainment.
Yep.
yeah. Well, it isn't big. Perhaps we should just start with our speculations then, right? So I suppose I would say that obviously the future hobbies will be related to digital stuff a lot more. I suppose gaming obviously will perhaps become more popular, etc., because people who right now are bored with computers already available and games already available will grow up and there'll just be more people like that, right?
Mm.
Perhaps VR, etc. Um,
VR is a big one.
yeah.
AR as well. Augmented reality.
Oh yeah. AR2. Then I suppose my speculation would be that 3D printers will be more available in the future, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
So hobbies regarding that uh, will spawn more. Um, Perhaps we will have more collecting now that I think about it.
I was just
Of
about to say.
yeah.
That would be my
I
suggestion.
mean,
Yeah.
since we're having this discussion in 2021, 22, yeah, of course.
Yep.
Nice
Yep.
Shadow, you
Well
live in
done.
the
Well done.
you live in the past.
You did the thing.
It was accidental, okay?
Mm-hmm.
NFTs are a thing now, aren't they?
Oh, bro.
They
Uh,
do be.
Boo! Get her off. Get her off right now.
Nah,
Oh
How
my
many do you
God.
own, Shadow?
I don't, because why? It's
That's the correct answer.
pointless
That's
right
the
now.
correct answer.
And moreover, it's like in many ways harmful.
And it's a
Hmm.
shame. And it's a shame that it is. Because it's a good technology for artists to sell their digital art.
Well,
But it was taken away by fucking go rich quick scams.
well,
I think it was more about stealing art and selling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was a
Well,
bigger problem.
like, yeah, so it was a way for artists to make money on digital art, basically, to protect it
Hmm.
from theft.
well, I mean, NFTs right now, they don't even have the whole art in your token or anything.
That's the problem,
It
right?
has the link. So
Oh yeah.
whatever the link's pointing to, that's what you own, I suppose. And if that
No,
link,
you own the link. You own the link. You
Yeah.
don't own what it points to.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Rinkushoken. Link summon. Let's go.
But then at the same time, right now there is first of all, NFTs do not grant you any rights. Like you can't sell something with, like, let's say, copyright or anything, right? And then right now also there is nothing to stop you from uploading the same picture to different NFT services. Is there?
It's a mess. It was good technology for the right purpose. It was hijacked, and it's a shame. A massive, massive shame.
Anyway, we aren't talking about that, are we?
No, we're talking about collecting.
Well, yeah, it was like an example because it's essentially what it can be considered as.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah. But then, let's actually get to something more interesting, right? So I mentioned that article, which did talk about. Basically, it says top 5 ways we'll have fun in 2050.
Okay,
Right?
that's
And
30 years from now.
yeah, and the 5th point here actually says bird watching. So here they say that they estimate that bird watching will be very popular because first, many species will go extinct. So we'll have more rare species to go and try to find and see. And I'm pretty sure their second point is that the population will be fairly elderly in 2050.
Ooh, why?
Well, because our life expectancy is higher now,
Okay, I agree. Yeah,
and I'm not sure that right now people want to make as many kids.
that was also true, and people usually have kids later in life.
So therefore, a lot of population will be like elderly, etc.
Hmm.
So, do you have any thoughts about this?
Of course I do. It's me you're talking about. First of all, I agree that birds will be like the species that we have currently will be more rare, and therefore you will want to see them. But then you're talking about the population that grew up with video games. Do you really think bird watching will take over?
You think they'll finally want to touch grass?
Like you think that's gonna be the case? I feel like this article is written by some boomer who doesn't touch computer. Do you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think bird watching will even an elderly population. So us as elderly people will be completely different to elderly people now, just because we grew up with technology, within the technological boom. So just because elderly people now watch birds for fun, that doesn't mean we will watch birds for fun when we are 70, because we will have lived through VR, AR, and everything else. Do you know?
Well, we would be 17, 2050, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. The elderly population. They have also lived with computers. So, like, who's gonna be 70? So, people that are 40 today will be 70 in 2050. 40-year-olds today play video games on Xbox, on PlayStation. It's a common thing for them to do. You know, and they have kids that do. So, I don't think bird watching is. I don't think it's gonna fly. Oh my god, I made a pun. It wasn't intended either. No, I think VR it will take over. I think we'll be bird watching in VR.
No joke.
It's gonna be like a Pokemon VR game when you have to like watch them all. You gotta watch them all.
I mean, there are already Pokemon games where you have to like take photos of all of them or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. So I feel like this is way more likely than actual bird watching.
Yeah, at some point,
Yeah.
the graphics outside are just not going to be good enough.
That's right.
What I'm getting out of this is that there are two different points of the spectrum: touching grass and touching computer.
Pretty much.
I can just plant grass in my keyboard. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I have seen pictures.
Me too. It's not nice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just play Farming Simulator and be productive inside games.
Yeah.
In my time, we all played Farming Simulator
Back in my day.
in 2D and not VR. Oh.
Oh. My God. What are the other points? I'm curious
So
now.
the fourth point here is called jellyfish restaurants.
Sorry, but what?
No, well, look, what this actually talks about is like changes to the restaurants, because going to restaurants is one way to have fun, I suppose, right?
No.
And they
Okay.
and they say that since the use of animal products will be dropping, right,
Yeah.
in the future, and you wouldn't be able to eat fish due to perhaps the because we use a lot of fish right now, right? That
So we
doesn't.
will fish them to extinction, sort of thing.
Well, yeah, there'll be less fish. So they say that, hey, in the future, and oh yeah, and since we're fishing some predatory fish too, in the future they say we'll have some jellyfish to eat.
Or good old soy or beans.
I mean, they do mention that a lot of your diet will be that.
Yeah. Jellyfish?
Yeah, but like jellyfish before insects?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Precisely. Cockroaches are so much easier to farm.
No.
They are, though.
Yes, but no.
Oh, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. If they made minced a la minced meat sort of thing, you wouldn't even know.
I would know. I'm allergic to cockroaches.
Oh, are you really?
I haven't ingested one, but I'm like,
Oh my God. Okay, dude. Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
yeah.
Hmm?
Jellyfish though?
Jellyfish diet? Jellyfish? They are
That's so
just
specific.
they are 95% water or something stupid like that.
Well, they do have
They're just squishy water bottles. Edible water bottles.
Organic as well.
Biodegradable.
well, you know what sentence
95%! I was right!
they have
They had
here?
95% water. Booyah. Okay.
They have a very genius sentence here. Jellyfish have been eaten for thousands of years in ancient countries, but its taste may require some getting used to. One biology professor described it as tough strips of cucumber. Source Williams.
Tough strips of cucumber. I suppose cucumber is about 95% water too.
Well,
No, it's 96, sorry.
Oh wow.
Google, I love you, Google. Can I write a love letter to Google? Oh.
Yes, you can.
All right, so far we have two major misses. I'm very curious now. What's
About
number
me
3?
just finding some shit articles and
Yeah,
us just
yeah.
laughing from them. Is this
Yeah,
the ideal content to make, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
I'm glad I'm being helpful. Since I was very not ready. I don't even have water and I'm hungry. Anyway,
Oh my god. Right, number 3.
number 3. Robot soccer games.
Mm. Uh,
Why though?
Because,
what does it say?
what does it say?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, let me...
Like we do have animatronics that do occasionally haunt people in like museums and all that.
Well, I'm pretty sure
During Five Nights.
their point here is, well, hey, people like watching sports games.
Yeah, people also like playing sports games.
Oh, they have another point here. That's right. By 2050, we could see robots versus humans in the contest for the World Cup.
Mm,
Who wrote this article?
I don't know.
I just
but I doubt it, because that's already a thing in chess. Like chess computers already beat humans by a lot. And
yeah,
instead of playing against them in tournaments, we use them to learn.
yeah. And we have a few.
So by
So this
2050, we'll finally teach robots how to run and walk properly.
Oh, we already did that. I don't know if you've seen like recent advances in like
I have seen
animatronics, but it's good.
robots doing some parkour.
Yeah, so robots are actually used in Disney now. So, Disney or it was somewhere. They basically
The
have
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man catapult. Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're getting FNAF in real life.
yes. Except
Uh,
they're not sentient
I don't know how I feel about that.
yet. This reminds me of something though. There used to be a cartoon, a TV series sort of thing, called Galactic Football. Have you heard of it at all?
Google has.
Google has Galactic Football, and it was basically football teams from different planets competing for the Galactic Cup. And each planet had like its own like magical source of power and called flux. And different teams had different flux, and that flux whatever. One of the teams was made by this like massive corporation. It was basically comprised of androids. And in the first season, at least, it went fairly far within the Galactic Cup. That's all it reminds me of. But I don't think that's going to be the case. No, humans still like to play sports, just like they like watching sports. I don't think sports industry is going anywhere.
Yeah, because robot. What was it? I think it's like called Robot Battles or something.
Oh, this! Oh my god!
Robot Wars. Like
Yep.
people actually build robots and they have them fight each other. It's like not a big thing. It's not. It's really not.
Yeah, but it's an old show. So currently, if they had access to like top end sort of components, I think they could make some really impressive robots
Hmm.
nowadays.
Yeah, but I think the issue was that they made it efficient, like to win whatever the requirements were, instead of like marketing it to be flashy and like super cool. So it was
Mm. Yep.
about winning, not about making it look good.
So, do we want to laugh more?
Yes,
Yes, please.
is that question.
Yes. But you've all answered it correctly. So, number 2, oral storytelling.
Oral storytelling.
So, their point is, in the future, computers and etc. technology will work with voice. Therefore, you wouldn't need to teach your kids etc. how to read.
Hmm,
Wait, what? We will stop
not a
teaching kids
feature
how to
I
read?
want. I know. Like, I know many people that hate reading, but I doubt they don't see the value of being literate. Like to a bare minimum. Like,
That's dumb.
come on.
Yeah, no. Maybe whoever wrote this just used like voice to speech because they can't read or write themselves. That's why they put it here. Oh, actually, I'm ahead of my time. Nah, reading is too important. Like, how would you play video games without the ability to read? Tell me, please.
I mean, you could, but
How? Open up the menu. Oh, what do I press now?
Didn't some
symbols.
older menus have like where they would read it out?
I mean, there is accessibility sort of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And then point one is actually reasonable because it's virtual reality entertainment.
100%. That's just guaranteed. There's too much content for VR.
Mm. Bankto is saying, what happens when information is zapped into your brain from microchips,
You die.
and then you don't have to read? I've got a counterpoint. Road signs.
They will do that too.
Oh, I see.
You know, you just have a microchip that is in your brain, and then wherever you go, you like get incoming signals.
Oh yeah, self-driving cars. I'm sorry. Of course. And then what happens if the signal goes out and then you lose connection
You
to the
die.
internet or whatever? Then what? You're just helpless. You just seize and just stand there until somebody comes and help you. But then nobody can help you because everybody's plugged in. Oh, come on.
So then, right? I suppose that's done, but perhaps I have.
Hang on a minute. No, stop.
No, it's not done.
I've got more to say.
Okay.
When you said oral storytelling, my mind immediately went to Dungeons and Dragons or any other role playing system.
Ooh.
And I feel like this will not change. I feel like role playing games will not go away. So in 2050, we will have the sixth, seventh, 1,000th edition on Dungeons and Dragons, and kids and adults will still play Dungeons and Dragons. They will still play Shadowrun. They will still play Warhammer and all that because it's fun to get together with a group of friends and just be someone else for 2 hours.
But in VR.
Sure, you know what? Sure, yeah. If we can meet up in person,
Okay.
we can do that in VR.
But considering, let's say people want to keep it like real D&D, want to do it in person, would they then consider using holograms, like Seto Kaiba style? Where like, if your character has a hologram, you can see them moving, but you're still in person there, but you're watching like a thing.
Doesn't matter. Honestly, doesn't matter. Like currently, we do it over voice chat. It does not matter how we do it. As long as you can communicate, it doesn't matter.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've played Dungeons and Dragons through voice chat. It's not as good as in person, not nearly as good as in person, but it's still fun. And it will be fun 30, 50, 100 years from now. Because people, we like storytelling. And Dungeons and Dragons and any other role playing system is just storytelling, group storytelling. That's what it is.
Yeah, I wanted to mention like a ton of like VTuber content is just like storytelling. Like that's the most watched stuff when they like tell stories of like something dumb they did when they were little. Like that's what gets the most views, and because it is just interesting to hear, regardless of who or what tells a story. Like hearing stories is good.
Yes. So oral storytelling, yes, not the way it was described.
I see.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a thing. I have no idea how to find it, but basically you input a prompt into an AI, and it generates a story based off the prompt or the words you give it. And it is currently still terrible. So we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing just one video about it where they basically inputted video game characters into it, and then the sentences they wrote were about the video game plot, and they were trying to put AI on like sort of the right track. The AI actually ended up just focusing on one character through like the whole of it. Like a new character appears, and the AI like, okay, that old character you mentioned fights them, etc. or
Oh.
something.
And it's funny because the AIs, like different ones that are online, they do seem to have some sort of bias because one of them goes straight for fanfic. Like whatever you input, it goes straight to like romance and stuff. And then others go straight into politics. Like they'll bring up
Really?
presidents out of nowhere. Yeah, it's interesting.
And yeah, and then that one character AI focused too much on. I'm pretty sure she ended up like dying 4 times, but she was like still alive because AI.
What? Of
No,
course.
the AI was
Interesting.
like, oh yeah, and then she
They don't have
died.
concept of death.
Yeah, it was like, and then she died. Oh yeah, next time you and her go to this place. Yeah. Anyway, do we have anything else to say on future on hobbies of the future?
Well, you haven't done the last one, right? The one that's
The last
number
one
one.
made sense. It was VR.
Oh, yeah. No, VR does make sense. Yeah. So you said about collecting, and one of the things I was trying to figure out for my part is what skill does the stamp collecting give you? And I realized organizational skill is something that you gain from that.
But
But the point I
also,
want to,
yeah.
yeah, go on.
Also perhaps the skill to find stuff,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you will need to be
search.
searching for all those stamps somehow.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I suppose there are
Um,
communities.
but then you have social skills that you learn there.
Yeah.
So you do learn stuff even from mundane stuff like stamp collecting. But my point now is collecting also will not go away. So like we talk about NFTs, that's I don't think that's used for collecting at all. I think that's used to make money, or more likely lose money. Um,
Well, it depends
but
on how early you get into it.
yeah, depending if you are the one running the scam or not. Yes. Collecting will not go away. So we used to collect stamps, and now we collect amiibos or anything else. Or some people collect games for specific systems, like games for Game Boy, and then just they want to have each and every game for a release for Game Boy Advance, for example. This will never go away because we as humans like to collect. That's just our nature. So this will never go away, in my opinion. Collecting whatever that
Right.
might be.
And like I collect Pokemon cards personally,
There
but
we
I
go.
also play Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. Well, yeah, Pokemon. So with Magic the Gathering, it used to be always like the card game was meant for the players to play the game. But more recently, they've been sort of pushing towards uh the kind of people that like to collect. They've been making more collectible items. Uh, and other card games are doing similar things. So it's definitely a good business idea for card games. And I think it'll just stay forever. any form of collecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in terms of like the skills you can learn from collecting, the stuff I've learned, there's always going to be people saying like, "Hey, this is going to go up in price." Uh,
Yeah.
and there's so many people that like say different things, and it does help you sort of like sort information and get a feeling for what can actually have potential.
Be gone.
And this
Wanna
can
become
really
famous
only
bot.
relate to maybe the stock market, if anything, because very similar things happen
Undefined
there,
P.
where like a lot of people are like, "Hey, this is gonna be a huge investment
For Eva.
idea," and you have to really sort and filter the
Be gone. Wanna
information
become famous bot.
to figure out what is actually worth your time. Otherwise, you
Goodbye.
can just
Undefined
lose
P.
money.
For
So that's
Eva.
probably the only way I can think that a skill from collecting
gone.
can
Wanna
apply
become
to real
famous
life.
bot.
It's just
Goodbye.
making
Undefined
smarter
P.
investment choices with your money.
For Eva. Triple kill.
I just had
Um.
4 wanna
Wanna
become
become
Yep.
famous
famous bot.
bots, and
Yep.
then
Oh,
Robo
whoa.
Bye.
dealt with all
Undefined
of them, and I am proud of her.
It's a quadro
Eva.
kill. One more is gonna be a
I am
penta.
so proud
Quadra
of
kill.
it.
Damn, that bot is fed.
Come on, gotta kill him for the shutdown. Oh, League of Laughs.
League of Leg.
I stopped playing actually. I quit already. I just don't need to
Nice.
be called brain dead every other game. I really don't. I don't need that in my life.
Fair. So,
Yeah.
Like the mechanics of the game is fine. The I like the style. I like the tactics of it. People have spoiled it for me for the 4th time already.
League of Legends rant or what? Because I agree.
It's just yes.
so is that all for hobbies of the future?
I think we're gonna see more things like Pokemon Go and AR in general, augmented reality.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna be the hobby of the future. Because
That is
like,
weird to
yeah,
think
go on.
about. Like improving the outside world. Like the concept of trying to
Yeah.
improve the
Yeah.
outside world.
Wait, you're not trying to
Crazy.
improve it. No. At least I
That's
don't
what
see it that way.
What does augmentation mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you just add things to it, like so. I play Pokemon Go occasionally, and it is treated as a game, right? But I am out in the world, so if I could spend 3 hours in front of my computer or 3 hours walking around, what's more beneficial for me, right? That's obviously walking around for 3 hours because that burns calories and fresh air and all that. And I feel like with a generation now being brought up in front of a PlayStation, or even 2 generations being brought up in front of a PlayStation, Xbox, or a PC, I feel like there will be a push towards more healthier gaming options at some point. And I feel like Pokemon Go and something like Pokemon Go will be the leader in that.
I agree.
I will say I'm surprised like there hasn't been a huge push for it already. Like the most recent thing has been the Ring Fit adventure thing. But I guess VR is another alternative because you do move around at least a little bit.
That is a good point. Yeah, with better VR, perhaps, with better setups.
Yeah.
I've even seen like a station to use your legs in VR, or like basically
Yes.
to imitate walking.
Mm.
I remember the person reviewing was like, "Oh yeah, when I when I launched Skyrim and I saw some guards and then I started running away from them. That was like the experience with like with your legs."
Yeah.
And also they mentioned that the worlds in games start to feel bigger because I suppose now you have to actually walk them.
Oh, that's gonna be
Ah,
amazing.
I would love to play
Imagine Elden
Skyrim.
Ring. Oh
I
my
ha-
gosh.
I'm staying away from that subject. I'm not
Okay,
spoiling
okay.
myself at all.
Imagine Dark Souls.
Oh my
Dark Souls
god.
games remade into VR. You could walk in the actual world. It would change combat.
Do,
Oh my
do,
gosh.
wait, do
How
you
would you
have to
roll?
roll? Yeah, exactly. How do you roll?
I don't care. I use a shield.
I don't care.
No, what if like you feel very in the game and then you try to roll accidentally, and then
Oh my
minus
gosh.
you?
Bankto mentioned Google Glasses, which is a project that unfortunately failed, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure it will be done at some point. Glasses that basically bring augmented reality in front of your face.
Yeah, would be better for your neck
Oh, for sure.
because
But
if
it
it,
wouldn't be for VR. It would be for AR
well,
only,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah. And like, imagine if then you'll have some controller in your hand for AR stuff. So basically,
Yeah,
it could
something like
like
your phone.
actually be. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't have to look at the screen though.
Hmm.
Because well, when you're looking at a screen on your phone, you bend your neck, and if you do it a lot, that's not healthy. And then glasses will help you bring that image up, so you don't actually have to do it.
I honestly feel that mobile gaming is going right out the window. Like,
You reckon?
Really?
yeah, like, because games do have support for mobile nowadays, but it's not like the main player base. For example, Master Duel.
I mean,
Really?
for quality games, yeah, because there aren't many quality games for
No.
mobile, but there is still a bunch of mobile games, and they're
There's a
also
bunch of
more
people.
affordable.
Oh, yeah, that's it. There's
Like,
also a
not
lot
all
of people that
people
don't have PCs.
can afford
Mm.
a an okay PC or a gaming console, but a phone they'll have anyway.
That's it. Yep.
Interesting.
Some people just don't have space for a PlayStation or a PC, so they just play on their phone. I know quite a few people, and especially that's a huge thing in China. That's why their mobile market is so big in there, because they don't have space for a computer, so they play on their
Huh.
phones.
I mean, to be fair, you can straight up connect a mouse and keyboard to your phone and use it.
Hmm.
I just pictured,
So, like, if you just
like
get it,
actual size, the proper ones, keyboard and mouse to a phone.
yeah,
So you have to have a desk for that.
I guess
What if
so.
what if you don't?
Good question. I mean, the dinner table's always there. A little stew
Mm.
or something.
Yeah, I bet your wife will appreciate that.
I don't have a wife,
Yet.
sir.
Or a husband or whoever, your significant other that you live with. I bet
Yeah.
they would appreciate you taking up space in the dining room.
Nah, we game in eating. What if we don't have a dining table? It's just a gaming table now. Then we eat there too.
Food? Pff, I don't need that. I've got Fuel or G Fuel or whatever else.
Do you want to talk about like food replacements? Nah,
We're
Oh,
talking
I
about
don't actually have.
hobbies
oh,
No,
and not
no, I don't have anything on
future.
that.
I did watch a video recently about it actually.
Yes, but hobbies though.
I mean, yeah, probably not. Probably not. Since Bankto is in chat, and he was in your chat as well.
Yes.
Bankto, what are your hobbies? And what did you learn from them?
Do we really not want to talk about unusual hobbies? I have like this whole list of 23.
Yeah, we
Oh
haven't
my
even
god.
talked about what hobbies we have.
Oh shit. We haven't.
Who cares, right?
Yeah, I mean, I will point out the
yeah.
moment we started like deep diving weird articles, it became a lot like more chill. This is what we should do more often. Just like
I don't know
find
about deep diving
a
though.
funny
I
article.
just brought one article with not really accurate information, and then we kind of laughed about it.
Yeah, but we got so much from it.
I think this might be the format.
Yeah, we just like find a few funny articles and just make
This
fun
might
of
be the
them
format.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bankto is rather basic, I must say. Not very good,
Oi.
Bankto. He
Bankto,
plays
come over to my chat. I will prank you.
video games. Okay. Drums. I appreciate drums. And he streams on Twitch. That's gotta be the most basic thing to do, isn't it?
What do you mean?
It's gotta be the most basic like activity you can have.
If video games cover a lot of ground, and he also plays a musical instrument, he basically touches grass. If he plays a musical instrument.
Oh, so from a scale from touching grass to touching computer, musical instruments go like
Closer to touching grass, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
oh no, hydrate. I don't have water and brush hair. Sure, I can do
Damn.
that. And hi, Prime Killer, welcome in.
Yes. So shall
I'll
we
get
just
water.
go through the hobbies that we have? Because I have a plenty. A plethora.
I
How
don't
am I
have
gonna
that
do
many,
this?
so go ahead.
I have exactly 69 of them.
Funny.
Number. Yes. I have a lot of hobbies, and I don't have very good proficiency in any of them, unfortunately. I have many, many interests. I've never pursued one of them specifically. So I play bass. I play guitar. I like learning music theory, so that's the musical part. I play card games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently, but I have played Magic the Gathering before. I have played Hearthstone before. I love language learning. So, what did I try to learn Russian, German. I tried to learn Lithuanian. I tried to learn Japanese, and obviously failed at each of them. Amazing. I suppose I used to like learning different scripts, so I know Nordic script like runes, Nordic runes, and I used to know Morse code. I don't think I know that anymore. I doubt it. What else? Let me have a look. Well, obviously, video games is like the obvious one, and Twitch is the obvious one as well. Rollerblading. I rollerblade.
Hope that was worth 200
For
points.
those of you who don't know, rollerblades are basically roller skates, but all the wheels are inline. The other word for it is inline skates. I also ride a longboard. I used to use that for commuting to work. Longboarding is really, really cool, really chill.
LOL.
I don't know if Pokemon Go can be a hobby to have. It's just gaming, but I happen to be walking.
It's like gaming but touching grass.
Actively gaming but actively touching grass indeed. So I used to work with wines, and I used to be really good at like I used to be maybe not good but knowledgeable about wines. I used to do wine tastings and all that, and I still do have some of that knowledge left with me. So that's quite cool. I bet more will come to me in time. But I think that's it for now.
Okay, yeah, for fold fingers, since I suppose.
Well, I guess I should go because Shadow's head. She has like 20. Right. So for me, it's just video games, streaming,
Since it's silence, I'll do some random stuff.
Card games.
Can't talk. Why
card games are like their own separate thing because I play like I've played quite a few. Chess is a big one. Chess I haven't played so much recently, but yes, chess has been a big hobby that I've been working at for a few years now. But I've just been taking it more chill nowadays because it's actually hurting me to just try to improve over and over again.
Yeah.
And then cardistry, which I wanted to touch on. I will send a link in the Discord and in chat, which is like the video itself is already like at the time point, the time thingy of where you should watch. Let me put that there.
I'm afraid now.
Is that even the right one?
Well, you sent me to a channel I don't have access to.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me let me get the link fresh.
Wiki LOL.
Thought I had this prepared, apparently not.
Stop.
Typical me.
Get some help.
There we go. Let me put it in chat as well. Also, yeah, thanks, Bunkto. Bunkto saying I gotta include a lot of my art since I've done so much of my stuff. I wouldn't consider myself an artist. I just use MS Paint and GIMP as like little tools that I have
I'm
to
a part of the Twisted Fam.
get some basic drawings.
But you do it very well. For the tools that you have.
I make it presentable.
Yeah. Isn't that what you should do as an artist?
I guess
Is
so.
is
But
that the goal?
I don't try to improve on it. It's just I do put in some time on what I do, but I don't think I'm improving. Like I don't actively practice.
OMG, brah.
Hope that was worth
So
250
you learn
points.
card tricks? Basically, is that what you're saying?
Not card tricks, card juggling. So you just make the cards
Yeah.
look fancy.
That's so
And
crazy.
I did a lot of that during high school. Like I started maybe my sophomore year, and
At Peromikular, thanks for coming
I
to the stream.
got
Shadow
to a decent
2168
point.
card.
Like same with guitar. I just got to a decent
It was
point
thank you.
and sort of just stopped there because the foundation itself was hard enough. Like that's a basic. That's part of the basics. What she's doing.
It's hard. It looks hard for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of like. It's tricky with both guitar and cardistry because you try to do some things and you're. It feels like your body is just not meant to do it, and it sucks because you're like, why does my body refuse to do these movements? Like I didn't know I wasn't able to do these things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then that's just like motivation to, if I guess, condition yourself to do things you're not able to.
It's yeah. I know. I know exactly what you feel because I was there learning guitar and being like, how are these guitarists doing all of this?
You're like,
Yes,
why doesn't my hand like this angle?
yeah.
Why
Why
doesn't
doesn't my hand just not stretch like that? Why?
yeah?
It looks so
It
easy
feels
when they do it.
it feels like paralyzing almost because you thought you could do things with your hand, you apparently can't.
Yeah.
Your hand feels useless all of a sudden.
Yeah, for sure. It is crazy.
That's it for me though. Shadow, I'm interested to
Okay,
hear.
so my hobbies, right? Let's let's see. Let's see which ones I can remember. So I suppose I should mention art, traditional and digital, as yes. I do have like a sketchbook. Obviously, I do my channel stuff, but I wouldn't say I do it too often because I don't have too much time for everything. Then perhaps I should mention 3D pen stuff because I've done that on the channel, right?
Yep.
So I do that. Wouldn't turn it into anything professional, but great way to make gifts for people.
Oh yeah, the 3D pen stuff is cool.
And yeah, very enjoyable too. Then
Just arts and crafts
perhaps
overall.
I should mention like what maybe you could call programming my hobby because Robo is here in my chat. And yeah,
You're everywhere.
Robo I did myself. Hey, mostly. Then I don't know about
definitely heckling.
language learning because I haven't done that for a long time. But hey, I suppose I learned English. I was at the one time
Shadow helped on
learning
my channel.
Japanese. So,
Mm.
and like I do know some basics. If I remember some words, I'm pretty sure I like A1 is here. Yeah. Then what else can I mention? I'm not sure.
I did remember one more. I do like debating,
Ooh.
whichever
Is that a
subject.
hobby?
I don't know if you can call it a hobby, but it's an activity that I do enjoy. So whenever I find someone who also likes debating, it's a phenomenal, like, it's a really good time for me because I do like debating.
Well,
Mm.
are they debates or conversations? Because,
Well,
like, I'm not really much
At Bunko, I
into
gave you
the
a
whole
follow.
debates thing, so I haven't watched too many or know exactly what goes into it. But to a certain degree, isn't it just a conversation where you may or may not disagree with each other?
well, yes, but I suppose the point of debate is to convince the other person of your point of view.
Ah,
So
that's different.
so it's a specific type of conversation.
Okay. So it's more than defending your stance. It's about convincing them about your cause.
It doesn't need to be a cause, but your point of view.
Well, your views. Yeah.
Yeah, I let's look at the definition of debate because I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure. Debate. Debate is a formal discussion. Okay, so maybe not. Formal discussion on a particular matter in a public meeting or legislative assembly. So I suppose it's not a
At
debate, no.
Shadow_Drake,
So I
were you
suppose
born
it is
in?
a conversation.
So then what would it be when you're like actively trying to convince someone of your views?
Would it be discussion?
That sounds even milder.
Russia, straight face.
Discussion definition.
Discourse?
In order to reach a yeah, I think discussion is closer because discussion is the action of process of talking about something in order to reach a decision or to exchange ideas. Exchanging ideas is the biggest one here.
Yes, that's what I
Yes.
like. Yeah,
So this discussion would be more accurate.
discussion. Yeah, so I like discussing stuff, and especially if someone else is also quite passionate about a subject that I am passionate about as well, but ideally from the different angle, then that's the best. That's the best time. And a lot of people that are like seeing it from the like outside think of it as, oh, we are just angry at each other. No, we're just passionate, but it is constructive, it is creative. Well, creative, it is constructive.
Damn, sorry.
That's the best type of discussion.
Not too cold.
So I love doing that, especially on the topics of religion and veganism, but also climate change.
I mean central heating rules.
So yeah.
I realized I forgot to mention some obvious ones like gaming and streaming, yeah.
Yeah, but we already know those. We see you do those.
Wait, Shadow, you have a channel on Twitch?
You have a channel on
no.
Twitch?
That I subbed for
What?
5 months in a row.
And then I suppose I can do some other arts and crafts sometimes.
Arts is
3D
big for
printing.
You.
Is that what you do, right? 3D
I have
pen
mentioned
thingies?
3D pen.
Hobbies and not good enough for
Yes. I wouldn't know if it's called 3D printing.
And then I suppose I can play you two melodies on the guitar badly.
At Bunkto LUL.
Hey!
Having a guitar is a big thing, though.
Twinkle, little star. Or something.
Yes.
Nah. I know just Green Sleeves, some basic version.
Oh my god, that's such a good song.
And then I suppose I looked Elle's theme up from Death Note. And I can play it slowly. But then I have trouble actually pressing the freaking fret with my pinky finger.
Oh yeah,
You'll get the
that's
strength.
years.
You'll
That's
get the
years.
strength. Don't worry. You'll learn. You'll get there. We've all been
Through
in that
much
spot.
pain.
Yep.
Yeah, through much pain, but you will learn.
Yep. We've all
It's
been there.
worth it.
It's
worth
definitely worth it. Yep. And you don't lose it either. So I
In
dropped
pain,
my guitar
I don't care. It's just I can't freaking position it properly
yet. Don't worry.
to get the
Yes.
the fret all the time.
Yet. It's fine.
You should
Next time.
you should try dexterity exercises. Like rather than playing, you should just stretch your fingers and then try to actively make your fingers independent and more dexterous.
That's
that'll
what it's all
just-
about.
That'll give you tools forever.
You don't lose it.
Yeah, you
I
should definitely try
stopped playing my
Dextro.
guitar for about 4-ish years at some point, and I have not lost it.
How you play?
Isn't muscle memory awesome?
It's amazing. It's actually amazing.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I would say it's a great way of learning, like only playing songs you like or want to learn, because otherwise you're not gonna really play the guitar.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can bite off more than you can chew. Like if you are dedicated to learning a song, but it has like several different skills that you don't have yet, it'll take a serious amount of time to get through the song.
Dive as a beat.
But
please.
once you learn it, you have the skills that you
Yes.
acquired already. Yeah. Yeah, there are different approaches
Sorry, kid.
to it.
Yeah. But also because of that, I've had like the same 4 songs that I've been trying to learn for the past like 2 years. Because it definitely bit off more than I can chew.
Bunkto here saying Greensleeves is complex. I said basic version.
Green Sleeves is complex, yeah.
I
Well-
just know some basic version the freaking guitar learning app taught me, okay?
Yeah.
where you just one note at a time.
My fiance plays it on piano. Well, whenever she remembers that there is a piano in the house, she plays Green Sleeves, yeah.
Nice.
Although recently we've been playing a song together. I don't remember which one that was. We've been playing "Here Comes the Sun" by Beatles, just because her work colleagues wanted to do a cover, and she was playing piano for that. But we also played. You Are the Reason. Is that the name of a song?
I don't know.
Yes, it is by Callum Scott. It's, in my opinion, a very basic romantic song, slow and so sensual. I don't like songs like that. I think they are just boring. But my fiance loves them, so we played that. I played on bass, she played on piano.
I see.
Yeah, You Are the Reason is the name of the song by Callum Scott. And you will definitely know it if you hear it.
Okay, do we like wrap up or do we want to talk about some unusual hobbies?
Canadi 118 pickle,
Unusual
Canadi
hobbies.
118 pickle, Canadi
Okay, so
118
I've
pickle,
got
Canadi
like a
118
list of
pickle, Canadi
23,
118 pickle, Flack Boy 2
but
beats,
some
Oh,
of them
wow.
are
Beats, Flack Boy 2
collectings
beats, Rosberger,
and
turn
some
up,
of them
Rosberger,
are
turn up, Rosberger, turn up,
something
Rosberger,
else, so
turn up,
I'll be
Tails is Jill,
skipping
Tails
them.
is Jill, Tails is Jill,
So-
Tails is Jill.
I will be giving you a name, and maybe you know or can guess what that is, right?
Okay.
And so first, let's have extreme ironing. Do you know what that is?
Extreme ironing?
Yes.
Ironing? Oh, fuck. Let me think.
Is that like one of those wacky sports, like house chores but competitive?
I was going to
Not
say,
really.
yeah.
Like, not really.
Mm.
So for this one, fun fact, I actually one time, I'm pretty sure in like English lessons, we had to do some extreme hobbies. And I remember that I don't remember if we were doing this in teams, but if we were on our paper, extreme ironing was one of them. Was one we mentioned.
Okay,
So
what is
actually,
it?
it is basically ironing in extreme conditions. So what this article mentions is it started in
Oh.
1997 and has included adventures like climbing a mountain, riding a helicopter, and mid-air skydiving whilst ironing.
Why?
Because this is the list of unusual hobbies.
Why?
Okay,
This one even says that
but
there has
also-
even been an extreme ironing world championship. I don't know if that's true exactly because they don't say anything else, but yeah.
But isn't this just adding ironing to other hobbies? Because that's what it's looking like.
Well, I suppose, yeah. But how extreme can you get?
But also, why?
Because.
Why not?
Yeah, Chateau. Chateau gets the point.
Okay, pass. Next.
So next one, which isn't collecting something, mooing.
Mm,
What?
Huh?
And yeah, this one, nothing to
Mooing.
guess, but
Like MOOING?
yes,
So like creating cow noises?
yes.
I mean, have you guys seen that video of like the actual competitive like pig call or whatever? I assume it's similar.
Yeah, so it actually mentions that this hobby is based on the competitive sport, in brackets, of doing the best impression of a cow. The interesting hobby started in the USA, and the most recent winner of the competition was a 10-year-old boy in Wisconsin, USA.
Of course it's America. Of course it is.
America.
And of course it's Wisconsin. Although I
So-
wouldn't be surprised if Texas was there as well.
My neighbors do have cows. Like I can see them every morning. They're
Yeah.
just there.
I can make a good goat expression. Cows, I can't.
You're not gonna provide the goat expression.
I have performance right.
Okay, next.
That
There it is.
Yay!
was a very poor one. I'm sorry.
Beetle fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it's like Pokemon in real life.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's where Pokemon actually comes from. I'm pretty sure that was one of the
Oh.
inspirations for it.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I remember that in one video, which was actually about autism representation.
Mhm.
But in the video, the creator mentioned that the original creator of Pokemon was actually is actually autistic,
Mhm.
and then he basically loved collecting bugs, etc. And it was like his
Gonta.
hyperfixation.
Mhm.
And then he wanted other people to feel the same joy he felt when collecting bugs. So that's where like Pokemon comes from.
Yeah. And they were originally
believe.
called pocket monsters, which makes a lot more sense.
So yeah. Next hobby. Can you guess what toy voyaging means?
Toy voyaging.
I don't like these names.
Toy voyaging. Hang on a minute. I've got this image in my head that somebody like goes on a ship with a bunch of toys and goes on a voyage with them, and then like takes like a toy sword and just picks up in the air majestically and voyages with it.
Or just competitive motorized boats, which would be too basic.
Those
That
are
would be too
some-
basic.
I mean, that is actually a great theory, but so, toy voyaging is a hobby where you can send your toy off on a vacation somewhere around the world. You can even host another hobbyist's toy on vacation too. People take photos of their toys, seeing the sights, and taking part in activities, as well as filling out travel journals.
It's cheaper than traveling on your own.
Yeah.
All right, it makes sense. And then you can just project yourself onto your toy, and then it's actually you who travels the world. Oh my god, that's brilliant!
Traveling for poor
Yeah, then-
people be like.
Then you get it back and you have all the memories.
That's
The
right.
toy represents all the memories
Precisely.
that you would have had.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
And in the future, we're gonna have VR sets, and you can be your toy. You can see from the perspective of your toy.
You can be your car.
toy, Max 2022.
Yeah, boy.
Then,
Everything can be a toy if you know
No.
you're brave enough. Okay.
So, the next two would be soap carving, which understandable.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that before. I've done it at school.
Oh geez, Jenna Marbles did a video on that, like during the peak quarantine day. Or
Really?
pre-quarantine? Yeah, like she changed her content up quite a bit, and that was like the peak, I would say.
The peak of insanity.
I was like
goes
8
into
or
soap
9
carving.
when I did soap carving. It was fun. It's fun. It's a fun activity, actually.
Yeah, the next one you may know about, but Quidditch, like in real life.
Yep. Quidditch is
Yeah.
an actual thing in UK. Yep. It is. It is. I know of it. Yep.
Then, can you guess what news raiding means as a hobby?
News raiding. Oh, I know what it is. Well, I think I know. So, whenever you see a camera and the news presenter, you have to be in there, like you have to be visible.
Yep.
You have to.
Interesting.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yes.
Yay!
I knew it. Yep.
Also known as news bombing, this one definitely had to make a list of weird hobbies. This is where people find locations of live news reports and make it in the shot as a bystander.
Yep.
To make
that's
this
it.
a hobby, it's not a one-time thing. You have to be consistent and diligent in finding where the reports are happening and making your way into the background.
Wow, this is like in combination with the article and Shadow reading it. It sounds like a Watch Mojo video.
It does.
Not a bad thing. It's just very, very good.
Then I suppose the next one on this particular list I have is actually dirt polishing. Yes.
Dirt
Oh, that's
polishing.
like. Wait,
When you is that? I think I know what it is.
is that
You
the
say
same
first.
thing? Similar. I think it was a couple years back where they would do like the tinfoil polishing, where they would make it like a very nice spherical, shiny ball.
But instead, you take a mud ball
of dirt.
and you polish it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what
The
it is.
actual
Yep.
technique of dirt polishing is where a small ball of mud is taken, extracting the moisture in it, and coating it with layers of fine soil to eventually make a smooth sphere of dirt.
Yep. And fun fact, or not so fun fact, people did it with guano as well, with poo-poo.
Like beetles.
Yeah. It was even on Mythbusters.
Then, the next one on this list is fork bending, actually.
Or with your mind, or with your hands.
Nah, the actual one.
Nah, we don't live in the Matrix. Damn it. Maybe we do.
Wait,
So you just bend forks? That's it?
Well, fork bending involves manipulating a fork shape to create another shape, design, or object.
Oh, that's
so
different.
Like you don't just break stuff. You bend the fork so you have a shape or a design.
You make an origami swan out of a fork. I wouldn't doubt it. Like,
oh my god. Do you
And
know how
also
hard that
the
must be?
magic tricks fall under this too.
Oh, so like, oh yes, with my mind, I
Yeah.
took the end of the fork off. I know how it works, actually. I know how this trick works.
Really?
I'm not gonna say because magicians never shared the secrets.
Are you
but I
a
know how it
magician?
works. No, so I can tell you actually.
Nice.
What they usually do is they bend it enough so it's almost breaking, and they hold it by that almost breaking point, and then twist it a little bit more so it falls off. Or
I
during
see.
the actual performance. Yeah.
So next, geocaching.
Geocaching.
Well, I mean, it's not spelled catching. Or
What-
maybe
how's
it's a
it spelled?
Yes,
typo.
it's like
Caching. Geocache. Yes, I
Yeah.
know what it is. My fiance did that back in the
Ooh.
day. I know exactly what that is.
I
Do
just
you know
can't
what
read
it is, Chateau?
heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think there was a bunch of YouTube videos.
it's an
back
app. It's an
back
app,
in the
isn't
day.
it? That's quite fun. I did it with her a few times. It's quite fun.
So, now, extreme couponing.
Oh, so you collect
Yeah.
as many coupons as possible to have as big of a discount as you can.
Yes, precisely.
Wow.
You know, I've
That's
heard
a hobby?
ridiculous things where like I've heard
Isn't this
ridiculous
just the way of
things where like
surviving?
Isn't this just 21st century?
Though, to be fair, I remember somebody doing like a study of like, hey, how much do products cost when shops give out coupons, and how much it costs when there are no coupons.
They increase the
And-
price if they give out coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
So basically, you're not really saving.
you're not saving money, no.
I mean,
Unless
I've
you
heard of
install
some
honey.
Interesting. I've heard of some interesting like stories of like extreme couponing where like the store actually owes the customer money from like how much discount they get, which doesn't make sense, but apparently
I
it's a
don't
thing.
think that's how it works. I think
Yeah,
this
it
is just
depends
I
on
don't
the
either.
exact
zero.
rules. But on the
Yeah,
other hand,
yeah.
I'm not sure all coupons are written properly. What if
Eh,
sometimes people didn't care enough and then got
Hmm.
fired over it? I don't know.
makes sense.
All right. What's next?
So yeah, then perhaps I'll skip to tattooing vehicles. Which-
Tattooing vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not stickers, not painting, tattooing.
Not painting either.
Well, what they are writing here is this hobby began in Taiwan, where a pensioner enjoys tattooing Buddhist text onto cars. But it also seems like anyone who paints cars in an artistic way is considered to be part of this hobby.
Hmm.
So it's not tattooing, it's just painting.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
misleading information. I'll have them in court.
Okay, can you guess what element collecting is?
So, like, when you bend your elements, you have your air, fire, water, and you collect them all.
Nope.
No, I think it's a periodic table of elements, and you collect each element from the periodic table.
Yep, you're right.
Damn!
You're on a roll, Max.
Hey! We should score each other. Like, you should do that, and then me and
Uh,
Chateau should have our answers and score points.
But this is a list of 23 and we're in number 19.
Yeah, whatever.
And I'm skipping a lot
Next
of
time.
these because it's like entomology, but nah, Gonta.
Wait, is it like an advent calendar where they like consume one each day? Because that would be fun.
One ant each day? No, they have a terrarium with ants in it.
Wasn't you talking about element collecting or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the elements.
Oh no.
It gets fun when you get to radioactive ones.
Yep.
You get to shine. Bright as a uranium.
Okay. Realistically, if you started at 1, how far would you get before you actually
First of all, how do you eat a gas?
Inhale
you
it.
can? Yeah,
Oh, that's it, yeah?
yeah. Then absorb it into your
Well,
body
it
through your
depends on
lungs.
how much quantity of it.
Yeah, if it's just one molecule, then you can go all the way.
I guess so.
if it's like 1 gram, ooh, then I don't know how you're gonna get 1 gram of fucking hell. What are those like crazy one Unonoct or something? There are some crazy names at the very end of the
Yep.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know how you would get a gram of that. Anyway,
So, then I think I've got 2 more, and then that's it. Well,
Yep.
out of interesting ones. So, noodling. What is
Noodling?
Fishing with your
noodling?
hand?
Nope. I think
what?
noodling.
What did you still say?
Fishing with your hand?
And Max?
I think it's like knitting, but you use spaghetti instead.
Chateau's right.
Oh, what?
Yay.
No! I was so wanted to be right there.
The most common type of fish that noodlers go after is catfish. Though there are other species that can be caught too.
That is animal abuse. I will not hear any more of that.
Okay.
Disgusting behavior.
They bite back though.
Nom nom nom.
What about duck herding?
Duck herding. So is it just herding but with ducks?
But why?
No.
I have no guess, but why?
Wait, so is it like no, do you have like a flock of ducks and then you try to get them into a spot?
Yeah,
No?
kinda.
But that's what I said. It's like herding but with ducks.
So yeah,
So what is it?
this hobby involves people guiding ducks around the course with obstacles and challenges, along with the help of sheepdogs to eventually reach a pen.
Oh, that's beyond ridiculous. Oh,
It
wow.
says it's popular in the UK.
Of course it is. Of course.
Check out the site that offers duck herding services here.
Do you know what else is popular in UK?
Quidditch.
Yes. Do you know what else is popular in UK? Cheese chasing. You roll a cheese down the hill,
Yeah.
and then people chase it. UK is wild. You think America is wild? Well, it is. But UK is wild as well. Okay.
So
It's not a stream if you don't shit on America. Come on.
It's not a max stream if you don't shit on America.
And UK, if you can. It's a bonus if you can shit on UK as well.
So is that it then?
Wait,
is that all 23?
Was that the last one?
Yes, I said 2 more, and it was noodling and duck herding.
Extreme ironing still like sits in my head. Like, why? Just why?
Have you seen some pictures?
No, I don't wanna.
If you search, there will be some pictures of people underwater.
Well, hey, how?
I mean,
how?
The ironing thing isn't on actually, but like how the board is.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's like a person underwater, and then there's like a board, and then they have an iron in their ironing tool in their hand.
Guys have got more. I have more.
Let's
I found
go.
a website with more.
By the way,
Yeah.
should we consider for weird sports as well? Since there was a bit of overlap between weird sports and weird hobbies.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd say weird hobbies kind of include weird sports. Though, I'm just not sure people do weird sports too professionally. I remember... Oh, yeah, that freaking thing we did in English class was about weird sports. Yeah, that's where...
I mean, cheese rolling is apparently considered a sport.
Yeah, I remember. I'm pretty sure another thing we had was like something connected to brides. where you had to like carry a bride and run through mud or something like that. People are such creatures.
Are you ready for some more strange hobbies that I found?
Yes.
Faking your death is a hobby, apparently.
Is that competitive?
Do you want it to be?
If it was, we wouldn't know because they would be dead. We wouldn't
No.
know if they were actually dead.
No. Apparently, there are people that like to fake their own deaths.
Are they secretly opossums?
Or chickens.
Chickens do that?
Pretty sure.
Mm,
Though, I mean,
was
Chateau is the one who has chickens.
it was
I
a
don't know. I
different
don't
species of bird that fakes their own death?
do chickens fake their death. I mean, they play dead.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's-
They're
that's
attacked.
What?
that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But I guess I just don't put them in those situations.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Next one is competitive dog grooming.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
on that list.
Uh,
These are just obvious.
it's just animal abuse, isn't it? Milk bottle collecting.
Interesting.
Do they collect it with milk or without milk?
By the looks of
It's
it,
a bonus.
both.
It's a bonus if
Both.
it has milk.
Oh,
Oh,
my
hey,
god.
and here we have some nice milk bottles. Can you
I'm
guess?
From
guessing it's also-
1970.
I'm guessing it's based off age, like pennies.
So, like, what? Does milk age like wine? So, like, you can have a vintage of 1970 and then open it in
But no, it's the opposite.
2040.
When it comes to
will-
aging, look, so we've learned today that when it comes to like hobbies, there is a scale of how digital it is. The scale from touching grass to touching computer, right? And then
Mhm.
when it comes to aging, there are two opposite sides of the spectrum: aged like wine and aged like milk.
Mm. There's one we did miss, and it's actually quite common. Something I did before, which is train spotting.
Spotting?
Like train spotting, like looking out for trains passing by. I did
Like
that when
bird
I was
watching?
younger. Kind of, but then you just sit beside the like rails and then you wait for the trains to pass.
Hog? Question mark.
I did that when I was younger. When I was like, gonna be like 4 or 5 years old. Me and my grandmother used to go into this like little bridge over a railway, and we used to wait for trains. That's
Ooh.
an activity we used to do when I was like 4 or 5 years old, because we had a rail like track very very close to home.
I mean, I've never seen a train, so I wouldn't know how.
You've
exciting
never
it
seen a
is.
train?
No,
You've never seen a train?
Nope.
You never.
haven't even watched this first Harry Potter movie that has a train in it. That was
Do we
the
just
But-
leave the call right now, or what?
I haven't seen
But
I haven't
other-
seen a train. That's what I'm trying to say.
But other episodes have trains too.
Is the
Harry Potter.
the dank engine?
Do you like skip them? Whenever you
Yeah,
feel
I'm like-
there's a train appearing soon, you just skip it.
I'm like subconsciously afraid of trains, so I just skip it because like this part is boring, and then I
I like trains.
coincidentally skip the train
Nice
part.
one, Max.
I like trains.
Are
Oh
they
my god.
comfortable?
Trains? Depends where you are. So obviously websites that give you those weird hobbies have some strange suggestions, strange articles they have written already. So like one of the articles is gay test. Am I gay? I don't know. If you want to find out, go to the article.
Yeah, and then the questions are like, what is your gender? Do you like men? Do you like women?
Do you like
This is
people
the
of your
result.
own gender?
Yeah.
Then you're gay.
Well, to be fair, not really.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
it's more
bisexuals,
complex than that.
etc. But yeah.
Oh, chess boxing is a thing.
Chess
combine-
boxing is a thing.
You combine brain damage with brain building, and you
And it cancels out.
yeah, it cancels out.
That's great.
I wouldn't.
No,
Like,
I
it's either
wouldn't.
one or the other. One or the
Yeah.
other, honestly. Like I want to keep either get rid of my brain or keep it.
Yeah,
One or the
I'd
other.
keep it. I'd keep it.
Yep.
Right. Have we run out of strangeness?
No. I have some here.
Go on.
Bed racing.
Bed racing. So
Yep.
how to get to bed quicker, or how to like do tricks when you get to bed?
Do you put wheels on a bed and then just go down the hill or something?
I kid you not, that's the image I'm looking at.
No! No!
Let me send it.
You've put wheels onto beds.
I mean, you know, I suppose. So you know
Why?
those beds that are designed to
Why?
look like cars? That I suppose one person had an idea one day.
What if you put actual wheels onto it
Why are
and
they?
roll it down the hill with our children screaming out for help?
Why are they wearing that pattern and why are they dressed
That's
in
it.
cow costumes?
That's their team, I guess.
OMG, that's so dumb. I cannot believe this. I'm offended. But keep going. That's funny.
I'm trying to look through these to see like what isn't just made up shit.
Fake news.
Yeah, the rest are just like I don't know how to describe them.
You said bed racing, and I'm pretty sure there is a competition in which you do like acrobatic stunts to get to your bed.
So like gymnastics, but the end goal is the bed.
Yes, but the end goal is just in a sleeping position. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's just a bunch of YouTube videos I watched back in the day. I don't know anymore.
Oh, it's like you know those YouTube videos where like a person's like 50 ways to walk. But it's like 50 ways to get in your bed. And then they just do all kinds of ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, if you type in bed acrobatics, you get a bunch of videos on YouTube. Yeah,
My
maybe it's
gosh.
just YouTube. It's just ingrained in my brain now.
To be fair, a lot of the ones Shadow mentioned, like extreme ironing, just sound like YouTube video ideas, like something
Yeah.
YouTubers would do.
Sounds like something Mr. Beast would do, and then
I
donate
mean,
$1 million to a
Yeah.
charity.
I'm pretty sure they have done it.
Oh my god!
Like, if
Extreme
you
ironing
just-
challenge.
Search it on YouTube or something. Does it come up?
Let's be honest. If you think of a stupid idea, it's been done before on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's just the rule of the universe.
Not of the universe. YouTube has just been around for long enough for that to happen.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure that
suppose.
wasn't always the case.
But now it is the new rule of the universe.
Yep. YouTube has everything.
YouTube has everything. If you can think of a stupid idea, it's already been done on YouTube. I know there is a guy that uploads a video each day of him drinking a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Every day. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter if he gets no views or 1 view or 100 views, a bottle of water each day.
Well, good for him for staying hydrated.
And he's like a redneck Texan dude
Why are those combined?
because he is both redneck and Texan.
That's crazy. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Whoa, what a surprise. Ah. Are you offended, a fellow Texan? person?
I don't know how to feel. I haven't met a redneck.
Really? I suppose your like friend group is quite nerdy.
Mm, uh,
Card games? Chess?
I think I'm the outlier. I'm the odd
You
one
reckon?
out in my play group. Yeah,
Hmm.
because they're mostly into other games. Just that those also happen to be part of their
Hmm.
their stuff. Yeah.
Most of people in my at my workplace play Apex Legends, and they like talk about it every day. Oh, we're gonna get to plat. Oh, we're gonna get to plat. Oh, when we get to diamond. Oh yeah, you and me you're gonna be on tonight. Oh yeah, mate. Every
Yeah,
day.
I don't really understand the whole like FPS gamer side, and that's like the part of gaming my friends are on.
I do
'Cause-
understand it.
Hmm.
I never been interested though. I understand why it's appealing. It's not appealing to me personally. Boom boom.
Yes.
Ratatatatata. Boom boom. And all that.
Have
Yeah,
you
they
become a
love
All
machine
that.
gun?
yes. Also a goat.
A goat machine
A
gun?
goated, yeah,
Eh.
goated machine gun.
That's right. Is it?
A machine goat?
Machine goat. Oh no, Shadow, don't show us that.
Huh?
Shadow, she's showing us extreme ironing.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, is that a shark?
That is a shark, yeah. I've seen the picture. The feeling of tiredness is seeping in, but also knowledge.
Knowledge.
So is that it then?
Nice. I have nothing else to add. Do you?
No.
I have one last thing.
Go on.
So, something I haven't actually introduced into my channel, but something that I've enjoyed for a really long time is the SCP Foundation, the Secure,
SC
Contain, and Protect Foundation.
Um,
As you can imagine, it is a fictional world, and I don't know if you're familiar with creepypastas from like back in the day. It's
wait.
basically that.
SCP used to be a game, right?
It
Isn't
it
it
was
isn't it
the
just like
games
a
are based off.
fandom? And
Yes,
basically of
the
these
games are based off all this,
I
but
see.
essentially, people write stories with like a sort of format, right? They give whatever the thing is a number, what classification it is, like how dangerous it is, and then give like a story of how it was found, how it was detained, if it was detained, contained, uh, all that stuff. And it goes from like silly a toaster that you cannot refer to it in first person. Like anytime you're talking about the toaster, it's like uh, I am in a room. I am in the other room. I am locked behind a closed door. So they cannot refer to it as it or the toaster. They always say I when referring to it.
Oh
And
wow.
it goes from that to absolutely existential and super complicated. Like
to the
there's
peanut.
legit writers. Yeah. The peanut is like a classic, but it's normal. It goes like super existential. There's like some legit writers on some of these SCPs. And I'm obviously not going to go into it, but yeah, this is basically storytelling. It's like
Hmm,
creepypasta, but revamped.
nice. So you've been a part of that community for a while, yeah?
Not a part of it, but I do enjoy a lot of the content based off it because it's really good writing more than anything. It's really good writing.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much the last thing for my hobbies. which I'm not sure when I'll introduce to my channel, but as you can see in the Discord, I have like so much dedicated to that.
Yeah.
It's really good. Do be good.
See, storytelling. It will never go away.
It will not.
Cool.
So, do we do
Right.
anything else, or do we end?
I think we should wrap up. Unless
yeah.
you got something.
I'll take it as a no. Righty. So you two, thank you very much for chatting. I'll be raiding Hayden. I don't know about you.
Let's all
Sure.
raid Hayden.
Awesome sauce. I'll see you there in a minute.
Okay. Well, time to... Yay, that's it. You can hear them now. They're not here anymore. Ah! That's it! So... Today was actually quite awkward for me. Because... I was very not ready. I have mentioned it. Can I spell? I can spell. Because, like, I don't have water. I'm hungry. I suppose I do actually have some stuff. But these are, like, cookies, biscuits, whatever. Yeah. Overall, nice one. This was quite lighthearted. So perhaps next one we should, for the next one, we should choose a more deep subject. Yeah, that's it. So I suppose Celeste on Wednesday, Danganronpa on Saturday. Next podcast next week, same time as always, and that's it. Next time I'll try to actually be drawing something, because those were my plans, but oh well. And that's it. Enjoy a daily from me, and the stream is now ending. Bye.
Daily. Love, 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 this is your daily reminder that you are wonderful and appreciated. Love, love, love. Ending. Thanks everyone, who been here today. Your support means a lot to Shadow, and they're looking forward to spending some more wholesome time with all of you three. Have a nice day/night wherever you are in the world. Love.